Hi, today I'm going to show you how to crochet a sunburst granny square. Let's start with a magic loop. First of all, you're going to chain 3. This is going to count as your first double crochet, and then you just put another 15 double crochets into your magic loop, so that you have 16 in total, counting the chain at the beginning. Pull your magic loop tight and then connect your last double crochet to the top of the beginning chain with a slip stitch. Next on, moving to the next colour, which is yellow. Pull through once and make 1 chain stitch, and then pull the brown tight and also pull tight on the yellow. Now we're going to pull this 1 loop up until it's got about the height of a double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into the first stitch, pull up, yarn over, again into that same stitch, pull up, and a third time yarn over and pull through that first stitch, and then you're going to finish your puff stitch by pulling through all the loops on your hook and chaining 1. Same thing into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through once, yarn over, pull through again, and a third time yarn over and pull through, then pull through all loops on your hook and chain 1. Continue by working a puff stitch into every one of your double crochets from the first round. Once you have done this for all stitches, you just connect your last puff stitch with a slip stitch to the first one. Next up, you're going to move to your third colour. Again, pull through once, then give the second colour a little tug to fasten. And now we're going to work into that space underneath, so the space between the puff stitches. Start by pulling your yarn through that space once, and then through both loops on your hook, and then chain another 2. And then just pull that end tight. Now you're going to make a cluster stitch, which is essentially incomplete double crochets. So yarn over, pull through, and then pull through 2 loops only. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops only. And when you've got 4 of these incomplete double crochets, including the chain, you pull through all of them at once, and then chain 2. You're always working into the space between the puff stitches for this round. So again, yarn over, pull through once, pull through 2 loops, and again, a third time, and the 4th incomplete double crochet, before you then connect all of them by pulling through all loops on your hook and chaining 2. You'll work a total of 16 cluster stitches, all of them worked in between the puff stitches, and chaining 2 at the end of them. Then when you're at the last one, just connect with a slip stitch to your first cluster stitch. Next up, white yarn. Again, just pull through, tack on the pale yellow to fasten, and then you're going to chain 4 stitches, pull the white, and now you're going to work a treble crochet into the space between the cluster stitches. Then you'll work a second treble crochet into that space, so that if you count your first chain, you've got 3 in total. Next up, you're again working into the space between the cluster stitches, but this time you're working double crochets. It's 3 double crochets into the next space. And then half double crochets. So pull through once, then pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Again, working 3 of those into the space between the cluster stitches. After the half double crochets, you move back up to double crochets, 3 of them. And then finally back to treble crochets, again 3 of them into the space between the cluster stitches. Now you're working the corner, so you've completed the top, and to turn the corner just chain 1 and then work another 3 treble crochets into that same space that you have just worked into. Then you're going back down to double crochets in between the next cluster stitch. Then half double crochets again, always 3. Back up to double crochets. And finally 3 treble crochets again. As you did in the previous corner, chain 1 and then work another 3 treble crochets into that same space that you have just worked into. You're going to repeat this pattern along all of the edges. Treble crochets, double crochets, half double, back up to double and then 3 treble, chain 1 and turn around the corner. And when you get to the end, you finish with 3 treble crochets in the same space that you've crocheted your very first treble crochets into. And then chain 1 and connect with a slip stitch into the top of that chain 4. And that's it. You have finished your Sunburst granny square. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial and see you again soon. Bye.